Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, the 5th of February. It is just gone 12:30 GMT time. I am Eyes on Crypto. Welcome back to my latest video. Let's jump straight into it. As you can see, Bitcoin has risen once again to the 9,400s. It's 9,416 at present. Market cap has increased by 3.8%, which is always good. Dominance has dropped. If we have a look at the 24 hours, some of the big players are Lisk, Zcoin with some decent double digits, NEM, Bitcoin Cash, Celsius Network, BitTorrent, XRP is up, which is always interesting. And a lot of green. If we go across the 7-day, Icon big winner here, 122%. Good gains if you've been holding that. And a lot of 30 things. So the big question on everyone's lips is this Altseason? Let's have a look at the old crypto fear and greed and see what the sentiment is. 53, neutral. Interesting. Greedier early with some slight pullback. Maybe with this increase because we dropped back to the low 9,000s yesterday and the day before, so I can understand some worry. But the big thing that everyone is asking again is this Altseason. Dominance has dropped down to 64%. This is the 3-month chart looking at Bitcoin's total market cap dominance. 66% back here, 67. So in 2 weeks, give or take, we've lost 4%. If we go out a little bit further, a year ago, 52%. So I don't think you can really claim it is Altseason again until 60% is feasibly in sight, which this could be the case. If it carries on ticking down over the next week and we get to 60%, well, if you've been holding altcoins, you're going to make some significant gains compared to Bitcoin. If you swap to the Bitcoin, having a look at the chart, still kind of staying at this channel of 9,500, rejected here on this support, on this resistance line, which was rejected here back in October and was the initial fall in September of last year. So we've seen a good steady day. This is a 4-hour candle at the moment, so we've seen some upward swings at present. If we have a look on the 1 day, we're continuing on. We've got an green, 3 reds so far as green today. We'll see if this is sustained, for it is still young and those in America might be waking up. But we shall see if we get a couple more green candles to that end out the week, or if we're going to try and push up again against this resistance line. But otherwise, as always with the joys of cryptocurrencies, let's wait and see. Now, moving on to some news topics. In my previous Tribe articles throughout the last year that I used to write, I talked a lot about the gambling dApps that came out on the initial first wave of EOS. This is an article here that I found via Twitter. There's a survey about UK customers' trust in existing online gambling services like Paddy Power and things like that, and Foxy Bingo and all these, just different forms of gambling and casino-based things. And essentially, they'd have consumer trust in this industry is at an all-time low. This article here on Zero Hedge, written by Global Intel Hub, discusses this. It's an interesting article. I'll link it in the description down below for you to check out and read yourself. And like I've said previously, I moved away from my EOS position. I was aware, but one of the most popular EOS gambling apps at the time was Tron Bet, which is now releasing its 3.0. This was announced way back in December. This is the first time I've committed to actually finding out what went on there, guys. And they've moved to Wax. There's also EOS Dice, which was a popular gambling site at the beginning, and the Dice coins, lots of people were farming them and risking and losing EOS because it just sucked up your money. It was fun if you were willing to lose it, but it's some people made silly mistakes, and some people lucked out and made a shit ton of money. So it's gambling. Like you win, you lose, but the house always wins. That's the mantra when it comes to gambling. A few things I've also seen floating around on Twitter and on Reddit and things were this comparison of Tesla's market cap versus Bitcoin. This was probably floating around more yesterday. How essentially it's like showing similar signs, and it has a greater market cap at the time of this article being printed. But in the grand scheme of things, Bitcoin is a new asset class. Tesla is just another stock, and this is just one. This is how small Bitcoin is at the moment. This is how early we are in terms of paying attention to this thing and making videos and talking about cryptocurrency. Like, when Bitcoin eventually in the next 10 years becomes a considerably larger asset class and potentially is worth at least $1 trillion or who knows more, it's going to dwarf existing systems. But it's a long-term game. But at present, that's just highlights that one company is the same size, but stocks and shares and everything are inflated, and the trust in fiat systems are waning in your average consumer, especially with negative interest rates and equity and printing money and things to prop up the stock market. But that's macro politics, and I'm not talking about that today. I'm keeping things a bit lighter. And then one of my favorite things that I do enjoy about the internet culture, but Satoshi is mysterious and unknown entity, but there is an existing meme with Tesla. Like, is Elon Musk actually Satoshi? Probably not, but I enjoy the conspiracy series and the tinfoil hat is like as a potential, like in the same way that Elon Musk is likely to be a supervillain if he wanted to be. Like, he fits all the classic criteria for James Bond supervillain if he wanted to be. Like, if someone told me he was, I'd be like, well, I'm not surprised. Like, but yes. And on that positive note, we'll be looking forward to seeing how the next couple of days pass and whether Bitcoin is able to test this support line again, or if we're just going to go sideways for a couple of weeks and see what happens on the macro level, especially with coronavirus and everything else which we discussed previously. I've been Eyes on Crypto. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, like and subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm trying to become an aspiring crypto YouTuber, so every little helps. Thank you very much, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye bye.